Good morning. Hope everyone is doing good. So today we're going to do a waking up class, but a bit more active than usual. I'm going to start today with a breathing technique, so what you call Pranayama. So that's why I'm sitting a little bit closer today, just so you can see it a bit better when I do it. So I'm going to explain first just a little quick waking up technique. So it's called Kapalabhati. What you call the breath of fire. So it's made to really bring the energy up from your sacrum up to the top of your head. So it's quite a quick breathing technique. So basically, what it is an active, quick, and brief exhale and a passive inhale. So this is really coming from the bottom of your abdomen, so underneath your belly button. The top part is passive here, so your chest is moving passively. So it's really quick movements. The exhale actually here quicker than the inhale, which is usually the opposite with yogic breathing. So I'm just going to show you, and we'll go together. Obviously, I won't be seeing you. So the first time, if it's the first time that you're doing it, might be a bit confusing. And if you feel out of breath at some point, you just stop and breathe deeply. So it's normal. Don't worry. We're just going to do it a few times quickly to start, and you'll feel the energy to start the asanas after that. So we can start, if it's the first time, start by putting your right hand on your belly so you can really feel the movement. So make sure your shoulders are down and they don't come up as you do movements. This part of the body is moving passively, nothing active. So it's a quick inhale with your nose. It goes, so really feel your abdomen coming in as you do it. So if you haven't done this, it's best to clean out your nose before you do it. Really getting all the toxins out here. And after this exhale, quick exhale, you can see that the inhale, the breath is going to come back in passively. Just a minute here. My connection is not so good apparently. Okay, I hope you can hear me. So you can try it once by yourself. Just a quick exhale. So you can see that when you exhale, your chest is going to come up slightly, but not your elbows stay down. It's just passive here. It's a counteractive movement, so you're not really controlling that. You're just controlling your abdomen on the exhale. So let's give it a try here. So close your eyes, put your hand down on your stomach. The other hand is on your knee. Straighten your back, shoulders down. Deep inhales. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale through your nose. And on the next inhale, we're going to start. So as you do it, really feel your stomach going in on the exhale. And then passive inhale, the breath comes in through your nose. You don't have to do it quickly, go at your own rhythm. And exhale. Breathe in and out a couple times deeply here. Recharge your breath. And I'm going to inhale comfortably, not fill up your lungs entirely, and hold our breath. And exhale completely. I'll do this a couple more times if you're able to. If it's too much, just breathe deeply normally. It's no problem. Inhale. And release, exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. And last inhale, hold your breath. And exhale, release. And we'll go one last round here. Inhale deeply. Remember to keep your shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Next inhale, we're going to hold our breath. Breathe deeply here. Stay your eyes closed. Just do a little scan of your body. How does that feel on your body? If it's the first time you did it, it might feel a bit strange. It's really a breath that's good in the morning, waking you up. And also, and it's really purifying, so getting all the toxins out of your lungs. And open your eyes slowly. So I'm going to go back on my mat. And we're going to come on our hands and knees. So your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And we're going to start with a few cat-cows here, warming up the spine. So on an inhale, push your chest forward, curve your back in. Exhale, curve up, push between your shoulder blade. Everything comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, look up. Exhale, curve again up. Get all the air out. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Push in those hands. Inhale, chest comes forward. Exhale, back up. Tuck your chin in when you're here. Inhale, look up. Exhale. So imagine a wave going through your back here. Go at your own rhythm. Definitely do not try to go quickly. It doesn't make you warm up any faster. Still warming up the body here. A couple more times. Inhale one last time. And on the next exhale, we're going to go into our first downward facing dog. So push into your hands and feet. Your hips go up. And bend your right and left leg one after the other. Just warming up those legs. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Spread those shoulder blades away from your spine. Release the head. And breathe into it with each movement. And extend both legs. Take 3 deep breaths here. Take those hips up towards the sky. You don't want your back to be rounding here. Press into those hands up to the tip of the fingers. And on the next inhale, bring your right foot to the front, in between your hands. Exhale the other foot, release. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up, look up to the ceiling, release. So a few Surya Namaskar, sun salutations here. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, look up, stretch up. Exhale, release down. For the first one, we're going to keep our legs bent. Take your hands in between, take your elbows between your hands, Release your head down, the tension in the neck, and swing side to side. Release everything down towards the ground. You can bounce up and down a tiny bit here if you want. Feel the stretch in the legs. And when you're ready, release your hands to the ground or whatever they come to. If it's not the ground, that's okay. Inhale, left foot goes to the back, knee to the ground. Other foot make a plank, straight back. Exhale, release to the ground. Inhale, cobra, look up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot to the front. Exhale, the other foot, release. The weight is towards your toes. Inhale, all the way back up. And release. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, look up slightly towards the back. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, right foot to the back. Hold, make a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot to the front. Exhale, the other foot, release. Inhale, stretch up to the fingertips, and release. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, look up. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, left foot to the back. Make a plank, hold. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down facing dog. Knees towards feet towards the ground. Inhale, left foot to the front. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way back up. Release. And a couple more times here. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, come up, bend your legs slightly to look back. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, right foot back, left foot plank. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, the other foot, release. Inhale, come all the way up, switch up, release. Last time, inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, come up. Exhale, all the way down to the ground, weights on your toes. Inhale, left foot to back. Hold, make a plank. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot to the front. Exhale, release. And inhale. Exhale, release. Open up your legs. Feel your heart rate. Calm the heart rate down. And open up your eyes. Swing from right to left here. Release your arms. Open up the spine a little bit to the sides. And really release here. No control in the arms. And slowly come back to center. Your feet come back together. And you're going to reach your left foot back. And the knee comes to the ground. You're going to keep your feet flexed on the back foot. Reach your tip of your fingers to the ground next to your front foot. And you're going to push up and extend that front leg. We're going to do a few flexions and extensions here. So exhale on the extension. Just leave those fingers on the ground here. Look at your front foot. You don't have to completely fold over your front leg. Not a full extension here. Warming up the legs. Inhale down. Exhale up. Couple more times. Try to have your hips facing the front of the mat. And come back to the ground. Get your hands off of the ground. And we're going to come into Crescent Pose. So push into your feet, get that knee off the ground, extend the back leg, and your hand comes up. Straight arms towards the ceiling. Check on your knee. Your leg is perpendicular to the ground, and you can see your front toe. Open your arms up, and your back heel comes to the ground, warrior two. Check that your shoulders are down, arms are parallel to the ground. Sink into the posture here. Look at your front hand. You're pushing in both feet, in the front and the back. So you're not reaching forward, no backwards, really in the middle here. So you're going to go back. So your back hand is going to reach towards your back leg. Extend that arm up. You can look up towards the ceiling or down towards your foot, whichever is better for you. And come back. You can go down on your front leg. Your arm can rest here, and the other hand extends towards the opposite wall. If that's good enough for you, stay here, or you can go down to the ground. Your elbows against your knee. Make sure your hips are not falling to the ground too much here. Your arm can stay up here if that's enough for you. Otherwise, extend it. Really get a good stretch on your right side. Breathe into it. Release, both hands come to the ground. And your left hand is going to come up. We're going to twist here towards the ceiling. So same thing here, you can stay here. Or if you want to take it a bit further, bring your right elbow on your left leg. Hands in prayer and press into those hands. Look up, shoulders away from the ears, keep them down. If this is too much, you can also bring your knee down to the ground. Has the same twisting effect. There's a lot of variations for this posture. Don't forget to breathe. And release both hands to the ground. And we're going to bring that foot back and up and extend it towards the ceiling. Try to keep that leg straight and the hips are facing the ground. So don't open up to the side here. Just let them face the ground. You can feel a good stretch in the back of your leg here. And release. Knees come to the ground. Child's pose for a second here. Release those arms next to your legs. Shoulders come down to the ground. How do your legs feel? What's the difference between both legs? Feel the blood rushing in them. And push yourself back up. We're going to go for the same thing on the other side. So bring your right foot in front of you. Your fingers, you go on the tip of your fingers. They're on the outside of that front foot. Tuck in that back foot. And on exhale, we're going to extend the front leg. So we're same here. We're going to do a few flexions and extensions. If your front leg is not entirely straight, that's totally fine. Also here, try to have your hips facing the front of the mat. Deep breaths. If it's too fast or too slow for you, go at your own rhythm. Just make sure you don't do any abrupt movements. Couple more times here. And come back, knee to the ground, get your hands off the ground. And we're going to push into the back foot. Reach our arms up into Crescent Pose. Same here, check on your angle. Your knee is not over your foot. You can see your front toe. Try to tuck your pelvis in here so your back is not too curved. Try to also have your eyes fixed on something so you're not looking in all directions here. Open up those arms, the back and the heel comes to the ground, warrior two. Arms are parallel to the ground. Check front and back. And look at your front hand. Inhale, reach back towards your left leg. The other arm comes up, looking back. Your front leg is still bent here. Look up or down towards your foot. Extend that arm. You can feel a stretch on your right side. Inhale, come back up. And come towards the front. So as before, you can put your right arm on your right knee or come down to the ground. Your arm comes up or extended towards the opposite wall. Keep it straight. Make sure the hips are not sinking down too much and that you're not also sinking into your right shoulder. Both hands come to the ground. And take a twist. So now your right arm comes up. Twist. Left hand is to the ground. If you want to take it further, same thing here. Left elbow comes on your right knee. Make your hands in prayer and press into those hands. Look up, shoulders away from the ears. Back leg is straight or on the ground if this is too much for you. So just remember that you need to be able to breathe deeply in the posture you're doing. If you can't, then you're going too far. Release both hands to the ground. Short child's pose. Here. Same thing, feel your legs here. So that your right leg should be firing here. And come up. We're going to come to standing. So bring both legs and feet together. I'm going to start by bending in our right leg. So hold it in between your hands and bend it towards your chest. Hold it in. Your left leg is straight. And you're going to take your toe in between your two first fingers and your thumb. And your other hand is on your hip. We're going to extend that leg. Now, if your leg is not straight yet, that's okay. Don't force it. Try to have your chest open as much as possible. If you can, extend that leg. Your left leg is really strong here. This is balance, posture, and strength for the legs. Then we're slowly going to open that leg to the side. Do it slowly, not abruptly. And you can open that arm to the side for balance. If you fall out of it, it's okay. Fix a point in front of you. Find your dishti, which means a focus point. And come back to center. Point that leg, keep it up for a few seconds. And release slowly to the ground. Shake those legs out. You should really feel the left glute firing here. So this really works both on balance and strength, as I said. So same thing on the other side here. We're gonna bend in our left leg. Interlace your hands, bringing it towards your chest. The right leg is extended. The whole foot is on the ground. Take your toe in between your front fingers, two first fingers, and extend that leg as far as you can go. Don't force it. Your hand is either on your hip or extended towards the side. The front foot is flexed here. Obviously, you won't be able to point it entirely. Focus on one point. The next inhale, open up that foot towards the side. Slowly. That right leg is firing. 3 breaths here. On the next inhale, come back to center. Release the foot, point it, hold, and release. So your legs should be nice and woken up here. Shake them out. Shake the feet and the leg out. You're going to interlace your hands between your back here. Your legs are slightly bent. And you're going to bring those hands over your head, bend forward. Keep your legs bent. And let those hands fall forward. Your chest is going towards your legs. Release your head. No need to extend the legs here. We're just keeping them bent. Release those hands to the ground. You can try to extend your legs a little bit more here, if that's comfortable for you. Have the weights towards your toes here. And roll yourself up with a micro bend in the knees. Slowly up. Your head comes last. Stay here, close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Mountain pose here, so you're really anchored into the ground. So now I'm going to come facing towards you. You can stay where you are as long as you see what I'm doing. So you're going to take your left foot. And you can there's two options here. So you can bring it on your leg as long as it's not on your knee. So it's either over the knee or under the knee, whichever is more comfortable to you. Your leg is opening towards the side. Or if you're able to do that, you can take your foot in your hands, bring it up, and open it towards the side here. So it's like a half lotus, but I would recommend for those who never did this, just stay here, put your foot onto your leg, and stay there if you can. If you fall out, it's okay. Focus on a point here. So if you're doing this posture, you want to have the upper part of your foot on your leg so you can see the bottom of your foot here and your knees going down to the ground. Here you can have your hands in prayer or up on top of you, whichever is more comfortable for you. The other leg is straight. The weight is on the entire foot. Find a focus point here. So this is also a balanced pose. It's very good for concentration, but also strength in your feet. And release that foot to the ground. Move your legs a little bit. And the same thing on the other side. So your right leg is going to bend in. As I said, you can put it either over your knee or under your knee. Or if you want a little bit more, take that foot in your hands and open it up towards the side. Find a focus point in front of you to the ground. And your hands come in prayer or up over your head, whichever is more comfortable. If you're more of a beginner, I would recommend putting your hands in prayer. Don't forget to breathe. So really here, your foot is your support. So also don't forget to use your toes. If you fall out, it's not a problem. Just go back into the posture. Your abdomen is strong here also. You can always try doing this with your eyes closed, but obviously you might lose your balance. So for now, keep your eyes open. And release that foot back to the ground. Great. Now we're going to open our legs more than hip distance. And both feet and the toes are going to come towards the front of the mat. Facing this side, hips are facing the front. You're going to bring your left foot, your back foot, a little bit out towards the side, but still the toes are still facing the front. You're going to put your hands on your hips, and you're going to slowly fold yourself forward on that front leg. Now you want to make sure you're trying to bring your stomach towards your leg first and not your head towards you. So you won't curve your back too much. If you're losing your balance, bring your hands to the ground. It's not a problem. And with each exhale, try to reach a little bit further closer to your knee, to your leg. Remember, hips facing the front, so try to have your front hip
trying to go towards the back of the mat and the other one towards the front. So really, they're facing the front. I don't know if this is clear here, since you can't really see that so much. And each exhale, release down a little bit further. Send your exhale to the area of tension and release that tension. So really feel that stretch in the back leg here. And inhale, bring yourself back up, hands on the hips. Same thing on the other side here. You're going to switch over to the back side of your mat. Toes are facing the back side of the mat. I'm going to bring the right foot slightly, a little bit more out towards the side. Still toes facing the front of the mat. Check on your hips, they're not open on the side. Face them towards the front. Hands on your hips. And slowly hinge forward on that front leg. Hands can come to the ground for balance. Release a little bit more on each exhale. Three more breaths here. Next inhale, come back up, hands on the hips. And come back facing your mat, and we're going to go down to the ground. Laying down on your back. Feel those legs. Go for couple more poses here. So bring your feet towards your bum, so bend your legs. So you should be able to touch your heels with your hands. And on an exhale, you're going to push into your feet and bring your hips up towards the ceiling. Your hands are to the ground. Push up. Try to keep those legs parallel. Chest is coming up as if you wanted to touch your chin. Exhale, come back down. As you come down, try to really unroll your back, so from the top to the bottom. Another time, come up, push your hips up. As high as you can bring them. Three breaths here. Your eyes are looking towards your stomach. You can see it blow up with the air. Next exhale, back down slowly. And bringing both legs in towards your chest. Hold them with your hands, roll side to side. Feel each vertebra on the floor. Come back to center. Extend both legs. And we're going to go for one last twist. Bring in your right leg towards your chest and between your hands. And bring that right knee towards your left side with your hand. Extend your arm out to the side, look to your right side. Feel the stretch in the bottom back here. So don't create any extra tension, just let your breath and your weight create that twist. Inhale, come back to center. And release that leg to the ground. Inhale, other leg bent in towards your chest. And with your hand, bring it down over to your right side. Extend your left arm and look over to your left side. Letting the twist go deeper. Every exhale. And on the next inhale, come back to center. And release that leg down. And we come to the final posture, Shavasana. So open your legs to distance, hips distance. Let your feet fall to the side. Arms are opened up to the side, palms facing the ceiling. Chin is slightly tucked in, so you can really get the full extension of your back here. We're just going to do a couple more things here for the back, the lower back. So on the next leg, you're going to push your stomach down and your back, each vertebra is going to stick to the ground. So it happens when people have a curved back towards the bottom, that the bottom part of your back is not touching the ground. So we want to correct that and make the bottom part of the back touch the ground. So on an exhale, push down. And release. So we feel that your abdominals are pushing towards your spine here. Exhale, touch down. And then release. And one last time. And then release. So this is really good, as I said, for people who have a curved back on the bottom part. So you want to try to accentuate the curve towards the other side. Just taking a few deep breaths here and come to stable pause. So we're just inactive here. No stretch on any muscles, no tension. Deep breaths coming from the stomach, then to the chest. And then on the exhale, same thing. First your stomach and then your chest. So how does your body feel now compared to the beginning of the session? Scan the different body parts from top to bottom. Send messages of relaxation to those body parts. Visualize that part and tell it to release. We all hold these unconscious tensions, and what we're trying to do here is release them, not nurture those tensions. Consciously breathe into them. Most of the time during the day, we'll have, for example, unconsciously our shoulders clenching, keeping that tension there. So I want you to focus on that and release those tensions. You can imagine yourself also, see yourself from above. Like if you're looking at your body, you're floating above yourself. And just imagine your body there, lying there, like if you were sleeping, and you're completely peaceful. Remember to also release your face, so your face has no expression here. We're going to lie here in silence for a little bit longer. And take a big inhale, come back into your body. And start wiggling your toes, your fingers, hands, feet. Stretch out in any way that feels good for you. And roll over to your side. And when you're ready, push yourself up into sitting. Keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands in prayer. We're going to finish with 3 ohms. So inhale deeply. Inhale. And one last time. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. You feel good. And if you want to like the video, share, etc., feel free. And if you have any questions, you can leave comments or any suggestions. Also, feel free. And have a great day, everyone.